Lost frickin' media. We live in an age where almost everything is available to us through the internet. And of course, being human nature, the desire to see and uncover the things that aren't available, from illegal SpongeBob movies, to bizarre children's shorts, to that Smash Brothers livestream that I honestly could not care less about, the idea of lost media and finding lost media has been a hobby and interest for many. Some of the most popular lost media cases come from large companies where a lot of stuff tends to slip through the cracks. Nickelodeon, Disney, Nintendo are notable examples. Hasbro and their long-running My Little Pony franchise are no exception. Given the franchise's history, as well as the variety of fan works that it spawned, there's a lot of MLP-related media that is lost or previously was lost, including a deleted visual novel, a cancelled live show, and a mysterious VHS tape found in the early 90s. This is the lost media of My Little Pony. Rainbow Ponies is a cancelled TV special from the first generation of My Little Pony. There's little shown of it except a 10-second clip in a commercial, which is believed to be reused animation from the special. There's also a VHS cover for the special Escape from Katrina, which features art from an unknown special or episode. People also think that this is somehow related to Rainbow Ponies. The Lost Media Wiki article for the special claims that Rainbow Ponies was teased at the end of a VHS featuring the 1984 My Little Pony special, also known as Midnight Castle. According to a comment on the old Lost Media archive page for the special, this footage in the commercial is most likely a placeholder from a time where Escape from Katrina had no completed animation or even a story. This is backed up by the fact that this teaser gives us no info on the plot, just that all the My Little Pony characters would return, which, yeah, that seems pretty obvious to me. In that case, there's still no explanation for this Escape from Katrina cover. All of these characters are likely reused art, but what about up here? This character doesn't appear in any form in the 80s incarnation of My Little Pony. Same with this version of Spike the Dragon, who has wings? Where did he and this human boy come from? There's also another VHS cover from the original special that features a completely different piece of art with these two characters. Though the special's existence is very unlikely, the explanation behind whoever this is remains a mystery. My best guess is that it could be concept art for a potential boy character from the first special and or an early version of the character Danny Williams. A movie based on the third generation of the franchise was teased in the early 2000s, with ads for it on the packaging of certain toys, but nothing ever came of this. There is a vague plot summary from an old My Little Pony website, but besides that, not much is known about it. Just thought it was worth mentioning. Lost toys and physical media aren't really considered lost media by a lot of people, but the stories behind finding them are pretty similar to those finding real lost media. Throughout the years, there have been a lot of My Little Pony toys that have gone unreleased or only exist as prototypes, miscellaneous ponies and other creatures from Generation 1, a few of Takara's Japanese My Little Pony dolls that can only be found in magazine scans, a purple version of Pinkie Pie from Generation 3, and the list goes on. There's a pony who appears in one of the animated shorts from Generation 3 called Fiesta Flare, who wasn't made as a toy, and supposedly was rebranded as Candy Apple with a different name and symbol design. The MLP merch database site My Little Wiki speculated that this could be because the character could be seen as culturally insensitive. Sometime in the 80s, these two life-size pony plushies were used for promotional events and appeared in a magazine. They had gone missing for years until the larger of the two was found at a yard sale in Canada. Moving on to Friendship is Magic. An initial animation test for the fourth generation of My Little Pony was uncovered during a leak in 2019. The title shown on the test is My Little Pony Adventures, which was the working title of the show. This title was also used in a 2008 pitch Bible written by Lauren Faust. The test is about 3 minutes long and features a plot similar to the episode Feeling Pinkie Keen, where Twilight Sparkle becomes skeptical after Pinkie Pie says that she can predict the future. All three characters that appear, Twilight, Pinkie, and Rainbow Dash, are voiced by Tara Strong, who in the final show would only provide the voice for Twilight Sparkle. I would guess it would be way more cost effective if you were just producing a 3-minute test to only hire one voice actor. Spike at Your Service was an episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic that aired in December 2012 as part of the show's third season. In it, Applejack saves Spike from some monsters in the forest, and Spike thinks that he now owes her a life debt. The episode follows the two as Spike tries to help Applejack however he can, which causes trouble for AJ and a few other characters. An older draft of this episode actually featured Spike trying to help out Rarity, who he's repeatedly been shown to have a crush on. According to the writers at the time, Rarity was too mean to Spike in this version, so the writers swapped her out for Applejack. There hasn't been much mention of the episode since. In a tweet from 2013, writer Dave Polsky says that the script for this draft was in his possession, but said that, quote, "It's in a vault which my executors are instructed to open 100 years after my death. In all seriousness, it looks to me like none of the writers were or currently looking to release it, nor is Hasbro. This is a piece of lost media that I think will just turn up one day. Not 100 years after this guy's death. Maybe somebody from Hasbro or DHX might release it in the future as a leak or whatever, but I don't know." My Little Pony Live was a planned stage musical that was set to tour the US in 2020. Due to obvious reasons, the show wasn't able to and was postponed indefinitely. No first-hand accounts of the show are available, but a supposed plot summary can be found on the website Broadway World. As the ponies prepare for the blossoming of Ponyville's rainbow tree, promising another 100 years of friendship, trouble arises in Equestria. The main six must set out to save the ailing rainbow tree with strength, determination, creativity, and of course, the magic of friendship. A now unlisted video serves as a trailer for the show, but doesn't have any actual footage, just clips from the TV series. The only actual things we have from My Little Pony Live are a few song demos that composer Jeff Thompson published on SoundCloud. These are Best Party Ever, Doing What I Do, and Shine. These songs obviously aren't the final versions that would be used in the show, and don't give us any more information about its plot. Maybe one day, Mills Entertainment, the producers, will decide to reinstate My Little Pony Live and do another tour. If not, we might need to wait for things like scripts and other songs to be leaked online. As of writing this, nothing has been announced. Personally, I'd love to see this, even if I can't actually go and see it live. I'd settle for a recording. I need to see a guy doing a soft shoe while operating a big Discord puppet. It's my dream. Now, these have all been things I've mentioned before in other videos, but now I want to get into some relatively unknown My Little Pony lost media, starting with a very recent case from last year that I think is pretty interesting. This case of lost media takes us to a video store in Butte, Montana around the early 90s. There, somebody had found a VHS containing a then-unseen episode of My Little Pony and Friends. The episode title was something like Frolic Down Memory Lane, or just Down Memory Lane. The tape had a case with a blue font featuring the My Little Pony logo, title, and the Hasbro logo on the bottom. On the back, there were 2 screenshots from the episode and a blurb describing it. The screenshots showed the characters Firefly and Northstar. The first had them outside the Lullaby Nursery. Another one was of them inside, with a thought bubble above one or both of their heads, showing a younger version of both characters playing with a ball. The blurb read something like, "It was a beautiful day. Firefly and Northstar are enjoying the sunny weather when they happen upon the Lullaby Nursery. Firefly is flooded with memories of when she and Northstar were baby ponies together. The fun times they played in the nursery came back as they entered the nursery telling stories of their childhood." The plot summary and screenshots described are similar to the episode Little Piece of Magic, which features 2 older ponies in the Lullaby Nursery, as well as a red ball. In the actual episode, it's the baby ponies who tell stories of what they would do at the ball, instead of the older ponies telling stories from the past. Another difference is the characters featured. In the episode, the 2 older ponies are Ribbon and Buttons, but on the VHS cover, it's Northstar and Firefly. The person who encountered the tape was never able to see what was on it, so there's no telling what it actually could have been. It's speculated that the screenshots and blurb are from an earlier draft of the A Little Piece of Magic episode. In that case, either the tape contains a different version of the episode that nobody's ever seen, or the tape has the real episode, but the screenshots and blurb are based on an earlier version. I want to add that they might not have even been screenshots. The two pictures from the episode might have just been concept art from the animation studio or mock-ups made by the distribution company. More speculation from me, there's a possibility that the tape might have just been mislabeled, instead of based on a beta version of the episode. VHS covers and labels that are inaccurate to the cartoon are very common for My Little Pony and Friends, so this could be some art and a summary that the distribution company made after hearing a vague idea of the episode. If anyone thinks they might know anything about this, the store where the tape was found, the company that might have printed it, heck, even things from inside Marvel Productions and Toei Animation who made the original My Little Pony and Friends, let some people know. I'll link to a blog post by the person who shared the story, just in case anybody's interested. I've talked about fan-made My Little Pony content many times before here. With the absolute sea of brony stuff on the internet, there's bound to be some things that are forgotten or lost. That's what we'll be talking about with these next few entries. Though I've mentioned a lot of popular MLP fan works in my videos, I haven't really talked about things like the Mentally Advanced series or Rainbow Dash Presents. These two and many other well-known MLP fan videos were written by FIM Flam Philosophy, or just Greg for short, with a lot of them having illustrations by the artist Petarep. As of today, most of them can be found on the YouTube channel Dawn Somewhere. In 2012, Greg released the album Coal-Powered Cookie Train, which was advertised in a promo video on the FIM Flam Philosophy website. Unfortunately, when this website was redesigned, the video was somehow taken down. Going to the website and trying to click on the video gives an error message saying that the uploader has not made this video available. Judging by the comments, the video was made unavailable sometime in mid-August of 2013. A few other videos that were taken off the website during this time had managed to be re-uploaded on YouTube, but this one was still absent. After a bit of searching around, Lost Media Wiki user Mount Etna 202 found a GIF from the video on MLPforums.com. This user had also contacted the artist behind the video, Petarep, and received no response. But upon messaging them again recently, he said that he could try and find it. And on September 16th, 2021, the video was uncovered and sent to Mount Etna 202. From there, it was uploaded onto the Internet Archive and is now available there. Bronies have historically had an interesting way of reimagining MLP characters. Over the years, fanfictions, songs, and animations have turned the colorful world of Equestria into a bleak hellscape filled with violence. Part-Time Job is an MLP fan work that fits in that category. This visual novel, released in 2011 or 2012, follows Pastel Sketch, a struggling artist who takes a job at a mental hospital run by Fluttershy. Inmates at the hospital are characters from Friendship is Magic, including Lyra Heartstrings, Screwloose, and Twilight Sparkle. Gameplay consists of clicking through dialogue, making choices, like most visual novels. There was also a section at the end described as a 3D monster maze, where the player runs from Fluttershy and tries to escape the hospital. The plot of the game is based off a Vocaloid song called Wide Knowledge of the Late Madness. There are references to a white room, flower garden, and even the character Big Mac is renamed to Pochi, a direct reference to the original Japanese lyrics. In fact, if the player types in the code Wide Knowledge during the title screen, they're greeted with a full recreation of the song's music video with the game's characters. According to TV Tropes, the creator of Part-Time Job was so ashamed of it that they deleted their DeviantArt account, deleted the game, and cancelled all of their future projects. The game was originally going to have a sequel based on the song Dark Carnival, as well as a remake. The creator, ZB, even said that they didn't want any more copies to be re-uploaded, leading to it becoming lost. It was only uncovered when a user named Straightora found a direct download link in a description of a Let's Play video on YouTube. The link can also now be found on the TV Tropes page. This same user also tried messaging a Tumblr account connected to ZB's old DeviantArt page, but upon asking about the game, the blog was deactivated. It seems to me like this person still might not want to talk about this game. Speaking of deactivated accounts, there's a similar case of lost media from a content creator who isn't around anymore that I think a lot more people are going to recognize. This is a comic made by DeviantArt user Set7770IFY, which depicts the character Princess Celestia making a request to another pony. This is one in a series of comics by this user called Master Chief and Luna Hanging Out. Although this specific panel has gained a bit of infamy in the past few years, it's actually one of the only remaining traces of this comic and its creator. All of the T's accounts have been inactive for over 5 years, or taken down. His DeviantArt page was deleted along with everything on it. That includes the Master Chief and Luna Hanging Out comics. According to the latest archive on the Wayback Machine, there were 94 Master Chief and Luna Hanging Out comics in total. Out of that number, only 3 to 4 are readily available. Hi, I'm recording this in the future. Actually, there were a few more that are available. These weren't like dug up or found. I actually just saw these on Google Images and they were in a Twitter thread. Just letting you know that there are more Master Chief and Luna Hanging Out comics out there besides the ones I talk about here. There's one image that features a few comic strips together, and 3 more that show conversations between the 2 titular characters. These can all be found on the website Twiburu. From these, we're able to get a vague idea of the full comic series, and the characters it included. Alongside MLP and Halo, it featured characters from Mass Effect, God of War, Super Mario, and the Cartoon Network series Megas XLR. There's no overarching story that can be deduced from any of these comics, only a few plot points. In this one, Luna and some other people appear to be building a spaceship. Another, which may show indirectly that Kratos from God of War appears. This one has male and female Shepard from Mass Effect talking about male Shepard being gay, then cuts to the panel I showed earlier with Celestia and this other pony. This character right here might actually be one of the artist's OCs. One of the only other images on his old DeviantArt page showed a drawing with this character. The drawing was in a folder called My Pony OCs. Maybe if the rest of this guy's works are able to be found, we can potentially find this guy's backstory. The search effort for these might be a relatively easy one, depending if this person can be tracked down or not. But we also need to consider if the raw files of the comics themselves would have been deleted off their computer too. Imagine we do track down this guy only to find out that he doesn't have any of the comics anymore. Judging by the way the unavailable comics were laid out on the old DeviantArt page, I speculate that they didn't really have a serious overarching story, and were more individual strips with some recurring story beats. Anybody who's read those big books with like a bunch of comic strips knows what I mean. I'm guessing it's less Tails gets trolled and more Calvin and Hobbes. It's hard to really pinpoint why I like Lost Media so much. Maybe it's because it's the lost episode creepypasta trope come to life, or maybe I just like the history, trivia aspect of it. All these cases are fun little oddities to research that have search efforts with an interesting history themselves, aside from the actual lost content, if that makes any sense. Before we wrap this video up, I just want to give a quick shout out to my Yak2 supporters on Patreon. Alex Kincaid, Johnny Punchfist, A Kawaii Dragon, Keaton Cryer, Cascadiarch, Bad Bessie, Damian, Booth Taste, Marshmallow, Zeflo, and Goose Nerd. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like and drop a comment down below. Your support means the world to me. If you want to see more videos, hit that subscribe button and click on the little bell icon so that you get notified whenever I put out a new one. I can't think of a better outro, so until next time, goodbye. Shooby-doo, shoop, shoopy-doo.